ruthless. The natural-born killer.
You ready? Let's get up.
Here we go! The southpaw, Robbie Lawler, the champion. He's in the dark trunks, white trunks for Carlos Condit, who first trained at Jackson Winklejohn at age 15. As much as the fans love this matchup, as much as you and I love this matchup, Robbie and Carlos probably love it more than anybody else because of the mutual respect.
They both relish a challenge. And
Absolutely.
This is one of the biggest challenges of both of their careers.
A combined 75 professional bouts for two men who truly were put on this earth to fight.
Well, right now, Robbie is the one pressing the action. Good kick to the body there by Carlos. Robbie's taking control of the center of the octagon and pressing Carlos up against the cage, limiting his movement. Limiting, for sure, his back movement.
UFC has teamed up with 7-Eleven to give fans a chance to win a new Harley-Davidson. Download the 7-Eleven app on a smartphone. Verify your age for a chance to win the motorcycle. You can also visit a local 7-Eleven store for additional ways to enter. Who will enter the space in which they can do damage first in this fight?
Well, right now, Robbie's doing what he wants to do and pressing Carlos up against the cage.
Carlos returned a knee.
Good shots there by Robbie.
Over and over. And now it's all the people at American Top Team, Joe. Everybody.
Oh, he tagged him!
He got tagged, now he's back up. Robbie seems to be okay.
We won't know until they break.
Robbie had a smile on his face when he got back up.
It still doesn't mean anything. We really don't know. Oftentimes guys smile to pretend they're okay. But he got tagged. Knee by Condit.
Let's see if Robbie continues to backpedal or if he becomes the aggressor again. He connects.
Well, Carlos has got to be very careful wading into the storm, because Robbie Lawler is one of the best in the world at absorbing punishment and coming back. We saw that in the Rory McDonald fight. He was badly hurt in the round before he stopped Rory.
Everybody talks about Lawler with an unreal work ethic. The same holds true for Condit. What a fight it was against Rory McDonald. The first title defense for Lawler. He's looking for number 2 here.
Carlos blocked that kick by Lawler. And being in this southpaw versus orthodox, it opens both of them up to the power side. Power back kick, power hand. He tagged him with a left hook there, Mike.
Lawler now initiates a clinch. The knee by Condit.
Good knee to the body, and created space with that and allowed him to take the center of the octagon.
Condit's striking has always flowed beautifully, just like that.
Well, as we said, where Carlos has had a problem is with guys that want to take him down. Johnny Hendricks. The Tyron Woodley fight, of course, he was injured, he got hurt, blew his ACL out. But another excellent wrestler. George St. Pierre.
Yep. When he tried to go from interim to undisputed against GSP. Robbie was raised in Iowa. He's got a wrestling lineage, but he likes to utilize his wrestling in reverse and knock people out.
Good left hand by Carlos. Carlos is mixing things up well, Mike.
Good start for Condit. 4 minutes into a potential 25.
Meanwhile, Robbie's recovered. Looks very good now, light on his feet.
Robbie's always said, plain and simple, I want to get better every day. This is the best Robbie Lawler we have ever seen. The same may hold true for Carlos Condit, who switches to southpaw.
Kick to the body and a left hook behind it for Carlos.
Really calculated attacks thus far by Condit.
Well, Carlos is such a long guy, too. It's just difficult to get in on. Throws a lot of kicks. And when you do get in on him, he's excellent with elbows and short punches. Even though he has long arms, he throws tight, short punches.
Go home with a fighter from Jackson Winklejohn in Albuquerque. Round 2. Interesting that the corner of Carlos said this is where he's going to try to even it up quickly. This is where he's going to try to bring it.
Well, Carlos has got to be very careful of this. As Robbie moves forward, he tends to get his back up against the cage. He's got to maintain the center of the octagon. There's a nice kick to the body by Robbie.
Carlos does like to throw a knee to the body of his opponent, so keep an eye out for that. Goes high again, blocked by Lawler. Carlos always finishes his combinations, Joe. They're not just one and done. It's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe a kick at the end. Rarely is it just in and out with one punch.
Yeah, he's very well trained in the striking. Between Winklejohn and Brandon Gibson, they've done an amazing job preparing him. Oh, there's a good left hook there, moved away.
Carlos blew out his knee, of course, in the Tyron Woodley fight. He was out 14 months with that torn ACL. He said it was grueling, the rehab. But he looked great in his return, and he's trying to be even better here against ruthless Robbie Lawler. Lots of kicks.
Well, the kicks are going to keep that distance, and that's one of the most important factors in this fight. But Robbie Lawler has kicks too.
Robbie went right up the middle.
Robbie looks like he's just trying to find his spot, look for his opening. He's being very patient, though.
Condit, that quick knee at the end.
Good knee to the body at the end there. Oh, Robbie caught him coming in.
Lawler has always had a great self-belief. He's won 7 fights in less than 2 years. And amazingly, like you said earlier, Joe, the first champion from American Top Team.
Carlos is showing Robbie a lot of different things. There's a lot of feints going on. There's a lot of movement.
Oh, my goodness!
Robbie hit him with a big shot.
Lawler looking to finish this fight. Carlos looking to recover.
He got tagged.
Absolutely.
Carlos is very, very dangerous off his back, though, Mike. He will attack off his back, so Robbie has to be careful with his arms.
A lot of Robbie Lawler fans here. But Carlos buying himself time.
Robbie's gonna make
to
him
get back up and recover from that big punch. So now, Joe, both men have landed.
But that was, without a doubt, the biggest shot of the fight, though.
For sure.
The most significant shot, and Carlos was hurt.
And as you mentioned, it's a patient Robbie Lawler.
Yeah, we're looking at a different Robbie. We're looking at a much more mature, much more experienced Robbie Lawler, and a much better trained. Look at that, check that kick right there.
Robbie always said if he was a baseball player, he'd be a home run hitter. As he's gotten older, though, he's not afraid to take a few pitches before he swings. That is a huge difference in the attack of Lawler. Again with that high kick.
Much more volume by Carlos Condit.
Check both times, Joe.
The big shot, of course, in this round so far was by Lawler, but oh, there's a nice counter there. Oh, he's looking to go over the top again.
Total strikes as we approach the end of round 2. The output 3-1, Carlos Condit. Up the middle.
Nice kick across the top of the thighs by Carlos, and then one to the body there. Good movement so far by Condit. Carlos has got to be careful with his chin up, Mike. As he's pulling out of these exchanges, his chin goes way up.
Final seconds of the second, he caught him on the way in with that uppercut. Robbie just fine though.
But when you look at that knockdown, Mike, a lot of that was being off balance. But it was a very, very solid shot by Robbie Lawler.
Carlos connected in round one. It was a very close fight. You can make the argument that we're tied here entering round three.
I would definitely say that Robbie connected harder though.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, regardless of whether or not Carlos was off balance, it was just a much cleaner, harder shot.
Lawler has finished 21 of his 26 wins, 20 with strikes.
Carlos really throwing a lot of kicks and keeping Robbie at the end of them. Front kicks, round kicks. Trying that one off the front leg.
Neither man even thinking at this point about a takedown.
Carlos is also being economical in the amount of effort he's putting into these kicks. These aren't 100% full power kicks. He's almost like creating distance with them.
He's always been good at that, Joe.
Well, it's one of the reasons why his endurance is so good.
Doesn't waste any of his energy putting together these combinations, trying to do damage.
Robbie
with a right.
Landed the right and left there as well. And again, when Carlos gets up against the cage, there's a knee to the body by Carlos.
The knee up the middle is a dangerous weapon possessed by Condit. Here we go.
But again, Robbie controlling the center of the cage. Carlos has got to be careful because he can't back up here.
Utilizing that kick in the spin to get off the fence. Walks right into an elbow.
Try to hook kick there, crazy.
Good elbow by Robbie Lawler. 3 minutes remain in the third.
Lawler's just looking for his spots to drop a bomb. And that elbow was a bit of a wake-up call for Condit. Oh, that was a nice inside leg kick.
Again, pretty much everything ends with that head kick, the high kick. Midway point of round three. Condit's corner calling for a body punch. Both men very familiar with 5-round fights. Carlos, the last ever WEC welterweight champ.
Carlos, as he's throwing these combinations, his chin is straight up in the air. He's got to really be careful there. It's almost like he's trying to lean back, anticipating the potential counter. And trying to stay tall as if to get out of the way of them.
Lawler, the reigning champ, middleweight champ for Strikeforce, has been tremendous, returning to 170 and moving to South Florida. Caught the leg.
Nice kick there by Lawler. Very beautiful kick there by Condit. Attacked the inside of the leg. And Robbie almost caught him there running in.
You can see Lawler very comfortable in the counter punch position.
There's a nice knee to the body by Condit. Condit, another knee to the body. Condit with Lawler pressed up against the cage. Robbie turns him around.
The clinch.
Look at this.
The final minute spins out.
Robbie looking for a takedown there briefly.
Now it's Robbie on the cage. Caught him with that right. Carlos right up the middle with those kicks and knees. Round three total
Good
strikes.
kicks to the body there by Condit, Mike.
20-21 now for Condit.
Good leg kick there by Lawler, but That liver kick by Condit right before it was excellent.
The output of total strikes, about a 3-to-1 advantage for the natural-born killer.
His corner telling him we need these two. We need two good ones.
Round 4. Robbie went the distance in his first title defense. Pardon me, went into the 5th round in his first title defense. He has gone the distance 3 times in 5-round fights.
The Matt Brown fight was just incredible.
Insanity. And then the couple of fights with Johnny Hendricks.
Oh, good exchange there. It looked like Carlos might have connected with the right hand. He's taking these calculated risks as he steps in and doing different things every time he does it. It's hard to predict what's coming, whether it's a knee or an elbow or a kick or a punch. Whereas Robbie's having success with the 2 main techniques, that and the right hand, the left and the right.
Total strike attempts. Wow. Nearly 250 for Condit. We talked about it, Joe. He likes to utilize combinations that flow very perfectly.
Well, he's incorporated a movement coach, which is all the rage now in MMA. And his guy, Erwan McClure, is the head of this thing called MoveNat. He does a lot of stuff in nature and a lot of balance drills and these different plyometric drills that involve balance. Very fascinating stuff.
Carlos has landed more strikes than Robbie has thrown.
We're seeing these movement coaches really start to play a big factor in MMA.
McGregor.
Yes. Yeah, Ido Portal. All these guys are using different people that are sort of acting as the glue in between their techniques. The footwork and the movement to get them to where they kick and punch and take down and submit.
We talked numbers a moment ago, but the reality is this is a very close fight. Don't forget, when we finish on pay-per-view.
Nice inside leg kick, beautiful.
Go to FS1, Karen Bryant, Daniel Cormier, Kenny Florian, Tyron Woodley, Ariel Helwani here. The post-fight show on FS1 after our pay-per-view. Midway point of round 4.
Robbie looked to connect there with that straight left.
Pushes forward again.
Oh, he caught him with a little bit of a punch there over the top, but Carlos landed a right hand there. Robbie pressing the action here.
You can see a sense of urgency in Robbie Lawler, especially considering, Joe, what his corner said. That's a slip.
Good knee to the body there by Condit.
About needing big rounds here in 4 and 5.
Well, we're seeing more diversity and more creativity from Condit. But all that could change with one Robbie Lawler bomb.
It almost did in the 2nd round.
So he's just mixing things up so well and giving them so many different things to look at. There's another one, steps in with an uppercut. He caught him with a left hook there.
Again, initiating the exchange, Carlos Condit.
A lot of pressure by Condit here.
Flying knee. Showing a potential spin, and then comes up the middle.
There's a hard kick to the body. And that was the difference between that one and some of these other ones that he's being more economical with, like that one. That's not a full power kick, but that right kick was.
He had Robbie on the cage, Joe, and he had Robbie coming in towards his right leg.
And he knew it was there.
Yep, timed perfectly.
Robbie is almost being too economical, Mike. I mean, he's really got to take more chances. This is a dangerous situation for him where he may need to win this fight by knockout. Good kick to the body there by Condit, just by sheer volume alone. There he's looking for it. Oh, he tagged him. He tagged him.
Tagged him behind the ear.
Kick to the body. Robbie's in trouble.
Carlos Condit trying to dig in. Robbie says, bring it.
But Carlos playing it smart here.
Spin.
Knee.
He was looking for that spin earlier.
Nice left to the body.
20 seconds on the clock.
Spinning
Another
back kick to the
spin.
body.
Robbie looked at the clock. 15. Another knee up the middle.
Excellent combination by Condit. Oh! Big swing by Robbie.
What a round for the natural-born killer. As they battle for 12 pounds of gold. Lawler, Condit, fifth and final round. Let's see how quickly ruthless Robbie Lawler shows a much-needed sense of urgency.
Well, he's already, he's got the look right now, like he's stepping it up. But that could leave him open for counters, especially those short punches by Carlos. If Robbie winds up too much, if he opens himself up too much trying to win by knockout. Nice leg kick. Good left hand over the top.
Good head movement. Ducking under out of harm's way, at least for now, by Condit.
Good right hand by Condit.
Carlos has got to be careful.
This is an urgent Robbie Lawler.
Absolutely, and justifiably so, Joe. Robbie wants to get him up against the cage again.
Oh! Right hand, big right hand by Lawler.
Over the top again with a follow-up left. Robbie has connected.
Carlos looking for elbows. Good left hand by Carlos.
Wow, look at that combination.
And a kick to the body.
Strikes.
Just the diversity of his attack.
And the
spinning
spin
back
again.
fist.
Those slicing elbows. Look to push off the cage. Under 3.5 remains in this fight.
It's just the constant volume by Condit as well.
Time to let it all go. Leave it all in the octagon again.
Good combination by Condit.
So precise.
Oh, good left hand. 3 minutes to go. Robbie Lawler, if he wants to retain his title, he's got to really go into desperation mode, Mike.
Carlos bloodied up, but far from beaten. Total strikes. The statistics are so lopsided.
We tagged him there.
Nearly 400 strikes thrown by the natural-born killer.
Boy, Robbie Lawler, there's a nice kick by Robbie.
Knows this is his opportunity, Joe.
Good right
Carlos
hand
gets off the cage.
Good movement there by by Condit. As he landed that right hand, got away from the potential counter.
Past the midway point of our fifth and final round.
Beautiful combination by Condit. Really mixing it up well with that step-in left uppercut.
Lawler again with that big left. Carlos able to just get out of the way. Carlos showing that the best defense in this fight for him has been his offensive output.
Yeah, just massive volume from Condit.
Under 2 remains. Will we open 2016 with another new champion?
Excellent combination by Condit. Oh, Robbie landed the right hand. A left hand.
So many in 2015.
Robbie tagged him.
Again gets him.
Tagged him with the left.
90 seconds. Lawler looking to finish it. Ruthless Robbie Lawler.
Oh, he hurt
Again on the top with a knee.
Plenty of time to go.
Lawler knows he has to finish this fight.
He tagged him again with the left.
Head kick.
And again. What a fight.
Again. Lawler continuously delivering great strikes.
What a chin on Carlos Condit.
Under a minute on the clock.
What a fight.
Robbie again looks up. 40 seconds remain.
Carlos with a combination. Robbie with the right hand.
I just said earlier, Joe, time to leave it all in the octagon. And man, these guys are doing exactly that. Under 30. 20.
Left hook by Condit. Right hand by Condit. And a left
15.
again.
Great recovery by Condit.
Beautiful coming head kick.
Final seconds
Condit's
of
in
this
trouble.
fight.
Oh my God.
It is over.
What a
They
fight.
go the distance.
With nothing left. Look at these guys. Literally nothing left. Emptied out.
Defining once
Unbelievable.
again. Born to fight.
Unbelievable. That might have been one of the best rounds in the history of the welterweight division. Wow. Incredible.
This fight
Incredible.
turned out exactly as advertised.
Wow. I can't sit down. Here we see Condit. There's a left hand by Lawler. That's the big right hand. Perhaps one of the biggest shots of the fight. And there's a knee by Condit. And Lawler fires back. There's a forearm by Lawler catching Condit coming in. There's a nice inside leg kick. A right hand by Lawler. And a right hand by Condit right afterward. They exchange right hands. Left hook by Lawler. Excuse me, by Condit. And that's the one that hurt Robbie. We see Robbie wobble backwards. Step in, left uppercut. Right hand behind it. And this is the final round where Robbie Lawler just gave it all he had and had Carlos Condit in all sorts of trouble. What an exchange in that fifth and final round. Just an absolutely spectacular championship MMA fight. And at the end of the fight, look at this. The end of the fight, both men had nothing left.
Absolutely.
They had to lean up against the cage. They were literally drained.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. Tony Weeks scores the contest 48-47, Condit. Chris Lee scores it 48-47, Lawler. And Derek Cleary scores it 48-47 for the winner by split decision. And still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Ruthless Robbie